Hello there, everybody, and welcome to today's stream. Vilmer Pokey TCG first in. Welcome to the stream, my friends. How are you? This makes my day better. I just bought a whatnot and didn't realize it was $28 shipping for a $2 card. Ouch. That one hurts. That one hurts, my friend. But I hope everything is great with you otherwise. I'm very good though, because guess what, guys? We have a fresh new interview. In about 5 minutes, you will meet the wonderful Tim Zackarias, the proud of Sweden, we call him, because he is, I can say, the only Swedish player that I know of that have reached a top 8 in a tournament outside of Sweden. He reached top 8 in the Lorcana Challenge in Hong Kong. He will tell you everything about that, all of his adventure, all of his tips and tricks. This is a very good Lorcana player, so if you need some tips and tricks, this is the guy you should listen to. A wonderful friend of mine also, so stick around here and listen to his story. It's wonderful to see that we have so many interesting... I've gotten a lot of good questions from you guys, but if you would like to ask anything to Tim, you're more than welcome to ask them live tonight. Pum pum pum. So tell me, guys, what have you done today? And have any of you guys pulled something good? Have you bought any Lorcana stuff? Maybe some Pokemon stuff? Riftbound, perhaps? Whatever. Let us know as we listen to the wonderful music of Colors of the Wind. A new card also from Winterspell. And a really good card nonetheless. If you cut it down, then you never know. Need to sing with all the voices of the mountain. Need to paint with all the colors of the wind. 2 minutes away, guys, then we are live with the interview with Tim Zackarias. So make sure to stick around, guys. You don't want to miss this interview for anything, I can guarantee you that. There will be a lot of talk about Lorcana and a lot of gaming talk as well. This guy is a very good Kingdom Hearts player also. He is a very good Kingdom Hearts player as well. So if we have any Kingdom Hearts fans out there, this is the guy you should listen to. He is the one and only. One minute away, guys. We are 1 minute away. I hope you're all excited, because I am. I am very excited for this wonderful, wonderful interview. And with that, guys, the time is now, because the clock is 5 over 8, so we are gonna start this interview. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the one and only. We calling him right now the Proud of Sweden. He is the only Swedish player that had reached a top 8 placement in a tournament outside of Sweden. He's a very good friend of mine. He is a well-known player in the Swedish Lorcana community. Give it up for the one, the only, Tim Zackarias! Big applause for the one and only Tim Zackarias. Hello, my friend.
Hi, man. Thank you so much for the kind Kingdom Hearts word. That means a lot.
You are a very good Kingdom Hearts player. We talk a little bit outside also, and we give each other tips, about Kingdom Hearts also. You have helped me a lot with some of the boss battles as well, and you watch some of my streams when I play Kingdom Hearts. And it's always good to have you there, because you know all those tips and tricks that you need to know.
Seriously, I played that game a lot. You can ask my dad. He's the one that bought that game for me when I was maybe 11 or 12 or 10 or something like that.
That is amazing, because it's the same story for me. My dad bought me that game when I was 11, and I played it like, oh my god, I played it like I was crazy. It was my it was my job.
Yeah, sometimes dads just hit the right spot with that right game.
Thank the dads, right?
Yeah.
Thank the dads. How are you, my friend? Are you good?
I'm doing very good, actually.
You're doing very good. Are you excited for this little interview that we're gonna have?
Yeah, I've been excited for a few days, actually. It's always good chatting with you. So I think it's gonna be fun.
I think it's gonna be fun as well. And look behind you there, all of the nice Lorcana artwork that you have there. We see Jafar, we have Stitch, we have Baymax and Ursula as well. Very nice cards there.
I put some stuff up so you don't have to stare at a white wall.
Wonderful, wonderful. Are you ready, my friend?
Yeah, always try to be.
Always try to be. Let's start off with the first question then, shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
Why not? Let's begin with the first one. Tell us about yourself. Who are you?
Oh, isn't that the hardest question of them all? My name is Tim, Tim Zackarias Labidi. I go by Zackarias online usually, and to new friends and old friends and family go by Tim. I'm 30 years old today. I played games since I was, like most of you, since I was this small. Many thanks to my dad and my little brother who I played with growing up. Probably the one that made me the player I am today, even though he plays different games.
Wonderful. So let's go back to the past then. When did you discover your love for TCG and gaming in general?
Oh, gaming, I think, is since I was before I can remember, For TCGs, I think that came a little bit later. I probably bought my first Pokemon packs like anyone else when I was, how old were we? 99, 5 years old, 6 years old.
Somewhere around there.
I bought my first Pokemon packs then, but I wasn't really into TCGs until I tried Magic with my little brother when we were 12, 13, and we played some Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff like that. And I think that's when I fell in love with it. Then again, I didn't come back to it until my teenage years, so it's been one of those things that has come and gone.
It's usually about it because in the beginning, when you're like 5 years old, you always start your TCG journey, and you always start with the collectible bit because the game itself. You can ask any 5-year-old out there. I don't think I know anyone who actually played Pokemon. Everyone collected them. Everyone just put them on a pile, all of the cards, but no one actually played Pokemon. What did you say? Say it again.
We were pretty good at throwing cards when we were younger.
You could do that as well. I think Yu-Gi-Oh was one of the first one when I think a lot of kids, tried actually to play the game. In all fairness, yeah. So that was really the first time you discovered TCG. But when you look at gaming in general, what was it like? Do you have a memory like the first game you ever played?
Oh, I think at my grandma's house with my cousins, with my older cousins, we played Spyro,
Ooh,
the first trilogy. I can't tell you it was one, two, or three, and we played Crash Bandicoot. I think two and one. We played a lot,
of course.
and that was my go-to games for a lot of my early years. I think all these platformers on the PlayStation mainly.
I'm guessing you are a PlayStation guy then.
I love Nintendo, but with Nintendo for me it's mainly as Pokemon. So yeah, more PlayStation I think in all honesty.
More PlayStation, and with Nintendo, it's Pokemon, which I think a lot of people in general would say also.
Yeah.
But you're very, a respectable Lorcana player, and especially you're pretty famous in the Swedish community because a lot of people know who you are. You're a very high respectable player. So the first time you saw Lorcana, what was your first impression of the game?
Oh, so I think I was collecting Pokemon at the time pretty heavily. Not playing, just collecting, playing some Hearthstone casually on the side. Uh, and I saw something about first chapter coming. No, this was at the time when it was coming to Europe, so I think England.
Okay.
I told my girl at the time that this looked really, really interesting. So we went and we bought a couple of throws and stuff, and we opened it together, had a good time.
Yeah.
And then I didn't touch Lorcan after that until Asteroid Sea. I moved to Norrköping, which I'm in Norrköping right now, so we just moved here, me and my dad, and I find this little shop, Mind Stage, some of you probably know it, it's closed today. And I'm like, oh, this is a real gamer shop, so I walked into the shop because I was intrigued. And I saw they have a glass case full of expensive cards, serialized Magic cards, and I was like, yeah, this is the gaming store, let's go. And I ended up making friends with some of the people that work there, and I talked to Nemo, a respectable guy. Many people know him in Norrköping that plays Magic and stuff. So I asked him a little bit about Lorcana, and he said, oh, actually, there's this guy. He's down there right now with his wife, and they play. And that was Andrea, artist that made the Robin Hood Champion of Sherwood.
Oh,
Cards.
I understand.
So her husband or some or whatever you want to call it, he gave me the Vaiana movie promo. And got me really excited. And he told me, hey, you should come and play this first day, because they had weekly play on Thursdays. And on that road it is, then I started showing up every Thursday with my starter deck, and then I made the starter deck better. And then I started playing some other decks, and yeah, on that road it is.
On that road it is. And how would you describe the community of Lorcana here in Sweden? How has it developed over the past years or over the year?
Oh, Lorcana community in Sweden is truly Disney magic, man. It's you know it better than anyone. It's I can speak ill about anyone in the Swedish community. Actually, everyone's been great to me. Yeah, all through it actually.
Yeah, no, I can just agree with that. I have never been so welcomed before by a community actually as of the Lorcana community. It's such a magical community altogether. And we usually see we saw each other last year in Västerås, in my town. You actually won the set champ we had here for Whispers in the Well. So huge congratulations to you. You played what was it? Amethyst Steel. You played, right? Yeah. You played Amethyst Steel, and you walked it home against it was Simon, right?
Yeah.
Again.
Pretty rough matchup for him that day. He played the green steel aggro, I think.
That's right, yeah, and but a very respectable player as well, also, and but you guys put on one heck of a show. I was the judge, so I I had front seat to see the match, and it was great. But you managed to pull a lot of genius in that match, I can say. I think you sat with everyone at least in the hand at some point.
Yeah.
But one of the biggest things with you that has happened is that you are what we call right now the Proud of Sweden, because you reached top 8 in a big tournament out.
when you say that. I think you're the only one that says that, man. But thank you so much.
No, you are the proud of Sweden because you reached top 8 in the Lorcana Challenge in Hong Kong. None Swedish player that I know of have reached that far in a tournament outside of Sweden before. So for me, that is big stuff for the Swedish community that we actually have a Swedish player that shows that we have the capability of actually going far in tournaments. But tell us about your journey to the Lorcana Challenge in Hong Kong. You have managed to done something that none Swedish player has done before. So tell us about it. How was it?
Oh my God, it was truly a blessed run. So I told many of my friends and fellow players that I truly has faked it till I made it. I think I posted in our local shops Discord like 2 days before Hong Kong event. I wrote something like February 1st, I'm gonna be the first Swedish player with a golden Mickey. Ask me anything.
You actually wrote that to me that you are gonna be the first Swedish player with a golden Mickey, and I was like, I do believe you because you are capable of doing it.
I lost the game for the golden Mickey, right? But I think a lot of it is just to put yourself in a world where you already did it. And for every game, it's just another round of Swiss. I think Gustav, many of the people watching probably know him, player from Norrköping. Good player. He teach me. He teach me a lot about the game. I think I wouldn't be the player I am if I didn't get to play him as much as I did. And he said to me that it's every round it's just another round of Swiss. It doesn't matter if it's the finals. It's just another round of Swiss, and I think that makes it a lot easier. I remember first Stockholm Open we played. I got top 8 that tournament as well, and I think the second round of Top Cat I was really nervous, and you don't want to be there. Especially when it's that much on the line.
But tell us about the journey itself. Who gave you the idea to go to Hong Kong to play?
Oh, okay. So we were at our local maybe 1 month and a half ago, and Aska, the player that won Stockholm Open too, she asks me like, "Oh, I'm considering going to Hong Kong, best of one DLC," and she asked me because she wanted me to like tell her why it's a bad idea, and I just go, "Oh, that sounds like a great idea actually. We should definitely go." And she was like, yeah, and she booked a ticket. And I think a couple of weeks after I messaged her that I also got a ticket. Aska and her friend, I think they were there a couple of weeks or 10 days before, relaxing, having a good time, vacation time. I came down 2 days before the event. I slept for maybe 6 hours before the DLC or something, 4-6 hours. So I was a mess, sleep deprived, but it's somehow.
So how was the travel down there? It's a long way to go.
Yeah, I went to Istanbul, Turkey, and then from there to Hong Kong. So it was like 18 hours all in all, with 2-hour wait in Turkey.
Wow. And how was it when you reached Hong Kong? How was it to go to Hong Kong?
Oh my God, it was amazing. The food was, it was a bliss. It was nice.
It was nice?
I think best I've eaten in many years.
Wow. And how was the Lorcana community down in Hong Kong, in China?
Oh, it was interesting. I didn't meet too many true Chinese players. And what I mean with true Chinese, because I learned this when I came to Hong Kong. I actually didn't know this before. But China has 2 regions, right? Hong Kong and Macau. I don't want to say anything with a risk of something stupid, but there's 2 regions in China which has their own laws, and it's China, but not really. I don't know how to explain it really, because I think I don't truly understand it. But the thing with that is that China and Hong Kong has different metas. So, for example, you can't find Chinese Lorcana packs in Hong Kong.
Okay.
You can right now.
Okay.
So Hong Kong follows the English meta, where I think rest of Asia has been a few sets behind. I don't
Yeah,
know if they, but they have been for a long while, right? And apparently
yeah.
that has been true for Hong Kong. I don't want to say too much now because
No, it's
obviously
okay.
I
It's okay.
teach and meta and stuff, but this is my understanding of it at least.
And the tournament itself, how did everything work out with the tournament? How is it organized down there? You know, I think it's much grander.
It was so beautiful, right? Because usually we have these tournaments, it's these soulless locales with it's school benches or whatever, but it was a huge ballroom with high roof, and it was so beautiful, man. The thing I didn't like about the Hong Kong DLCs, I would say that the judges and stuff didn't have the same experience that I'm used to here in Europe and Sweden.
Okay.
I would say some calls. I didn't have any issues with any judges because I didn't have any judge calls in my games. But I know many players had some pretty iffy judge calls.
Okay. But then altogether also, it was Swiss rounds. But when you got to the top cut, it was best of one, right?
Yeah, until top 8 it was best of 1. So first game was best of 3 was in top 8 and I lost my first best of 3 game.
Ah, okay. So the only top 3 games was in top 8. Oh,
Yeah.
that is that you lost
So
that one.
first semi and finals was
That was the only thing standing in your way. But you got some neat prizes. Can we see the prizes that you got?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me see if I can change camera to the one I play Pixelborn with.
Sure.
And I can show it on the table much easier.
No problem.
Let's see. I'm not a very high-tech man, so let's see if we can swap to this camera real quick. Video settings, right?
There we go.
Oh, just give me 1 second.
No worries, my friend.
So for small DLCs, everything is like you need one more win for everything. So I lost the game for the Golden Mickey. Usually, if you're top 8, you get a Golden Mickey, right?
Yep.
Top 4 for Hong Kong. And this beautiful playmat we got for winning our top 16 game.
Look at that. The Elsa challenge, man. Wow, that is beautiful. Foil as well.
I'm very, very happy with it.
You should be. You should be. Wear it like a badge.
Yeah, it's so. I never thought I'd be this happy about a mouse pad, you know, but it's so nice. And for participation, we got our Pegasus for just joining the event.
Pegasus right there, of course. Beautiful card.
Actually, of all the DLC foils, I must say this is my favorite. Even though it's one of the cheaper ones, it looks so nice.
Very
And
beautiful.
who doesn't know Pegasus, right?
Very beautiful card. It's the classic Pegasus. 1/1 evasive.
Yeah. And we got a non-foil Let It Go, which we bought for tickets from the side events.
Look at that. Look at that. It's so beautiful. My
So
goodness.
winning a few drafts got me this, and the hat I have on as well I got for tickets.
That's good. Don't
And
forget
then-
the hat.
Yeah, and for doing well in Swiss and achieving top 64, we got the Simba.
There we have the big boy, Simba. And that is the one from Azrite C, right? The one with...
That is correct. Yeah, set 6.
Set 6, that's right. Look at that beautiful card there, beautiful artwork there.
Yeah, super nice one. And then for, I think, winning top 32 and getting top 16, because we got the Elsa Ice Maker. So this is usually a top 32 promo, but for smaller DLCs you will get it at top 16.
Unbelievable artwork on that one. Look at that.
Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
I had a non-foil as well, which I sold to Dayan, which I bought for tickets from the side events.
I think Dayan will be overjoyed to have that one in his collection.
And then
Wonderful.
we get the Mulan for free wins as well, but the Mulan we also gifted away to a friend that collects Mulans.
Very nice of you, my friend. Huge congratulations. What amazing prizes right there. Sadly, no Golden Mickey, but you know what? It's just a matter of time before you get that Golden Mickey, because now I can't imagine your mind is set on getting that Golden Mickey for the next big tournament, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, 100%. I am no promises. I'm getting one for Ghent, but 100% I'm getting one before the 500 what is all dealt out.
So you're going to Ghent, my friend.
I'm going to Ghent, and hopefully after that I'm going to Taiwan. Nothing's set right now, but
Ooh.
that's the goal at least.
So are you coming to Stockholm Open 3?
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely, 100%.
So we are gonna see you there as well, my friend, at Stockholm Open 3.
Yeah.
I will be commentating, so I will not play, but I will hopefully watch some of your great matches there also.
Yeah, I hope so too, man. Hopefully we'll do good. I have a good track record in the Swedish tournaments, but then again, it's still cards, right? So any game could be anyone's, right? It's anyone's game in the end.
How do you feel about that, with card games in general? Because I usually say that card games is 70% is skill based, 30% is luck based. Would you agree on those terms?
I don't know the exact numbers, but I would agree it's a spread of luck and skill and finding opportunities.
What can you do, to manipulate because one of the most crucial points is, of course, winning the dice roll in the beginning, so you can go first at least. But now with Winterspell, we have the underdogs cards, for example, cards that gets you the advantage of going second. So
Will help a lot with going second.
yeah,
And I can say we did a Winterspell draft here recently, and with some decks with like Liquidator or whatever it's called, like there's scenarios where you want to go second because you have that 4-2 at turn 1, or you play Angel the Singer on turn 1 with that song Akuto Amuti or whatever.
Akuto Amuti, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then not only that, but you also have the extra card, and for draft, that's valid.
That's very valid.
I
But
don't know how valid it is in constructed just yet, but right now for draft at least there are many scenarios where going second isn't as feel bad.
how would you say though? How can you as a player manipulate? Because first we have, of course, the crucial point is winning the dice rolls. You can go first, but then we come to the mulligan. How do you think when you mulligan back cards? What are you looking for in a hand?
So first off, before the mulligan, you have to consider like how do you build your deck. I think that's the most important thing, and that's where you can really manipulate your luck, is how you build your deck. And then second, I think only second comes your mulligan. I think how you build your deck is more important than your mulligan. This also depends on the deck. Some lists are done. Green blue last season was pretty set in stone, so now we're just talking mulligan. But I think especially right now when we are in a meta which is not solved, I think how you build your deck is much more important than how you mulligan, because mulligan in Lorcana is quite easy. It always depends on your deck, right? But get rid of those uninkables. If it's not like 1-drop uninkables, 2-drop uninkables, which you want to sing on turn 3 or something like that.
Let's just say that you are sitting with a song, for example, not the Then Along Came Zeus, but He Hurled His Thunderbolts, for example, which is a common song card in Amethyst Steel decks, for example. Do you keep the card or do you send it back?
I always send Thunderbolt back. If it's not like a full keep hand or a 1 redraw, then I might keep. If say I play Amethyst Steel, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a card I want to ink, and I have Bolt. I might just keep that hand.
You might just keep that hand. But let's say strength then.
I'm a 2 and a pre-drop, and I have the Bolt and a 4.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a hard mulligan to find my 2 and 3.
Okay. Let's say you have strength then. Is that a card that you want to send back? Because I know some people might do that.
Depending on matchup, like if I go versus Ludwig, Mowgli, Ursula, I send back all songs.
Yeah.
Usually I ink them, because if I don't ink them and they throw up, like Mowgli's my Raging Fire, that's brutal.
That's brutal. That's something no one wants to go through.
but instead, if I have the Raging Fire and I ink it and he still plays his Mowgli and I have no more songs, that feels as brutal for him. So, but the thing is, when you already have it in your hand and you ink it, they're usually gonna ink their Mowgli. So you just wanna mulligan them away and top deck them when you need them, according to me.
What would you say is the biggest common mistakes for players? What players do when they build a deck? When let's say you're kind of a beginner in Lorcana, what is the biggest mistake you do when you build a deck?
Oh, I think so. Some decks carry 1-offs and 2-offs really well, but I think it's hard to see what cards you can 1-off and what cards you can 2, especially if you don't have the experience. So I would say, as a new player, when you're building decks, just look for strong cards with a good curve and go 4 of every card. And then when you notice, like, oh, this card becomes really clunky in my hand when I have 2 or 3. Let's say Beyond the Horizon or Dock as an example, these cards you don't want to have several in your hand. When you notice stuff like that, you can slim down on them. But starting off building a deck, I would go like heavy on all 4 of them.
Yeah, just to get to know the deck and get to know the cards in themselves also.
It won't be true for all play styles, for all cards, and for all decks. But generally, I would say just a consistent deck with all 4 of is a super good starting point. And yeah, your curve as well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you don't have another specific game plan.
Let's say you talk to a new Lorcana player. Which deck do you recommend them to start off their journey with?
Oh, first game, always aggro, because it's super easy. It's just turn right to win.
Yeah.
Some niche scenarios where you play differently, but pretty much just turn right to win. So always aggro to show and learn some on the game, especially if they haven't played card games before. But after that, I would always say to play what you think is fun, especially if you want to have that player keep playing.
What would you say is the most difficult color combination to play in Lorcana today?
Oh, so people usually think dogs is pretty hard, but I like that play style, so I think dogs is pretty easy. Then you have decks that plays themselves like Blurple. You just go 1, you say you play a genie, etc., etc. Deck doesn't start to really get innovative until later turns.
Yeah.
But for me, I can't play Blurple to save my life, man. I'm horrible with Blurple for some reason, even though it's one of the easier decks in the game to play.
Okay.
And for dogs, I think I don't like the deck super much, what it's become today, but I think I'm quite good with it. So there will always be players which say this is the hardest deck to play, but I think it all comes down to play style, and some players will be super successful with one deck and they will have a harder time with the deck people say is the easiest deck in the game.
What is like the most common mistake people do? Is it that they get too greedy in a game, they are playing too fast, they don't think enough?
I can tell you the most common mistake I do,
Yep.
and that is where I see a play and I'm like, if I do this right now, I'm so dead. And then I still do this play, and yeah, like I said, being greedy. And then they do what I thought they were gonna do, and I lose the game. And that's something I do a lot. So I would say, trust your gut. When you think something is gonna happen, it's a very high probability it's gonna happen.
Because what I tend to do is that I always count, I always ask the player, how much ink do you have, for example? Because if I'm meeting, let's see, I'm meeting Amma, for example. When they get up to 5, I'm always asking them, like, how many inks do you have? I have 5. I'm like, okay. I always think they have an Elsa in their hand. So they're gonna tap me down. They're gonna attack me in some kind of way. I always had a gut feeling and be like, okay, what can I do right now to get myself in the lead? Can I sacrifice something here? Can I do this? Can I do this? Would you say it's the same thing for you?
Yeah, I think that is a very good thought process to have, to like always make look at the rink, uh, figure out what can they do with that ink, what is their optimal play, and if they have their optimal play, how do you best do it to make that play less optimal?
Mm-hmm.
And that would be different for every turn, right, and every deck you play against. But and you can only learn these things by playing versus a lot of different matchups, a lot of different times to learn the patterns. And ideally, you also play these decks that you're worried to go up again. You have your own deck, which is your main deck, but to really get to know your deck, I would argue you also want to play other people's decks. Because, say for example, yeah, let's just take out whatever card. You have a card where your friend plays all the time, and it feels so bad when he plays this card. But what you maybe don't see is how it clogs up his hand and what routes he has to take to play that card, and you don't really get to know that without playing it out.
So, what is in the future for Tim? Where can we find you next?
Oh, next is Ghent, and then hopefully Taiwan, and then Stockholm Open. After that, not so many plans, but I will try to travel and do as many events as I have the possibility to attend.
And what is your main focus going into Ghent? Is it a Golden Mickey?
Oh, I think, in all honesty, where I'm getting the Mickey is going to be in Asia. Asia is not nearly as competitive as Europe. Like you have the best players traveling there, like they do to all events, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we have a much higher skill ceiling here, over here in Europe, North America, I'd argue, than Asia for card games right now, at least for Lorcana.
And that's because also we are a step ahead. We are always one set ahead also than, of course, of Japan, which are, I think they are one set behind us, right? They are on Fabled right now, or they are gonna begin with Whispers, I think, soon.
That I couldn't tell you for sure, but it sounds like it's correct. Yeah.
I think it's correct actually. But when you enter a tournament, how do you keep yourself calm? You know, what do you do with your mind? You know, do you try to find some kind of safe space? You know, with yourself, sitting there like, let's concentrate. You know, do you always have like a mental talk with yourself before you go into a tournament or a game?
Oh no, not at all. So. Starting off playing these big events in Sweden, even smaller events, I was always nervous getting into Top Cut. But I've gotten a lot of pep talk from friends and players that I play with to just ignore these feelings, right? Because I have a track record that's very good in Swiss rounds and very bad in Top Cut. And that is because of my nerves.
Yeah.
So I try to have this mentality because Gustav told me it's just another round of Swiss. It's just another round of Swiss.
Yeah.
So lately that's how I have been playing, and that's been working out for me.
I think that is actually one of the best things that you can tell yourself, because first of all, have fun. That is the most important thing. You're gonna have fun. But then also, as Gustav says, it's just another round of Swiss. Just take it the next one. If you lose one, don't get mad, don't get greedy, you know. Let's take it easy, because you don't know the stats of everything also. Don't listen to how other people are playing or where they are ahead or stuff. Just concentrate on yourself and the Swiss. It's just one game after another.
Also, I think the most important thing is when you go versus a player that has like a 80 or 70 or 60 or 85% win rate against other players, I would say don't ever care about that. In Hong Kong, from round Swiss round 4 to 7, I sat next to San Sayed and DKP like every round, and I said I really want these matchups. And one guy came up to me and I said, he said, "Yeah, but I don't think you can beat him," and I think you can never have that mindset. Any player can beat any player. It's like I always say, it's anyone's game, and you got to remember that even pros are just players, and according to me, it's a very small difference for the players playing highly competitive and us, the Swedes, playing local set champs and stuff. It's I think there's 100 Swedes easily that could win a DLC at the right day.
I think that too. We have very good players here in Sweden. Very good players that are capable of going far.
Yeah, I've said this for many seasons. Winning a set champ in like Västerås or Stockholm or Norrköping, like winning these set champs is not easy. We have very competent
It's
players.
not an easy task. Not an easy task. You know, getting yourself to the top cut, to top 8, that's a big deal because we have a lot of great players here who are playing very, very good. But it's funny that you mention all of these great players. You don't get intimidated by like seeing like, oh, you're gonna go up against DKP for an example, which is the world champion. But do you get like, oh wow, I'm gonna meet him? Like, do you get intimidated by it?
Oh no, never. I never like. Yes and no. You can let it get to you, but of course you're always gonna be back of your mind like, this player is here to game, right? But I don't think you can ever let it get to you. It's anyone's game in the end. I played just as many games as these players. Not as many big events. I think where they get their pros or their upsides is they probably got the nerves I don't, right? Maybe some more experience, bigger events, but at the end of the day, we're all players, and I can lose, I think, to any player, and I can win to any player, and I think that's true for many people.
I think it's so. Because, for me, example, when I go into, let's say, a set champ, I'm there just, to have fun and meet friends because I'm meeting all of you guys. We get to talk, we get to have a great day together. But when I get to maybe a big tournament, let's say I would play Stockholm Open, I'm there to have fun and I love talking to all the people there, socialize, having fun. But of course, I'm also there to win. I'm there to play competitive. So do you have that mindset when you go into a tournament? I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to win. So I take this very seriously. Like, we can do a handshake, we can have a little chat, but I have to concentrate on my game, so we can chat afterwards. Is that how you go into a tournament, or?
I try to always be the friendliest me I can be in any game, but historically I play games to win, and I'm at any tournament I play, I'm there to win. With that said, I don't like the play style where people are stressed or impolite, or I'm not gonna say any names, but we have some pro players in the Lorcana scene which is not very nice to play against, and not because they're very good or it's scary to play. They don't have just a nice play style, and I think that's important, especially for a Disney game.
Yeah.
You can be at events to win, but in the end, according to me, we're all friends, right? So why not that?
Exactly, and since the Lorcana community is, I think we pride ourselves, especially here in Sweden, that we are extremely friendly to each other, and we're doing it with a smile on our face, and keep the magic in there since it's Disney also. But then again, also it's a competitive game. People have traveled far. They're going there to win. But I can agree with you that you should always keep up with the good spirit, and it's Disney, so let's keep the magic alive.
100%. Yeah.
With that, all of my questions to you are done. So, wonderful job. Now let's go over to some games that I have made for you. Are you ready for these ones?
Oh, games.
Yes.
No.
Here we go. So we're going to play some few games here. First of all, here we have the top 5 here. So this is the top 5 list. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're going to rank these things that I'm going to tell you. You have to put them somewhere on the list, but you can't change your answers afterwards, okay?
Okay.
So these are the top 5 Kingdom Hearts worlds. Okay, these are the top 5 Kingdom Hearts worlds. So I'm going to give you a world. You're going to place it on the list somewhere, but you cannot change the answer afterwards. You have to let it go there, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the first world we have is Halloween Town.
Oh, that's such a good world. But I feel like this can also be bait. Like you put like a S tier world first, so I'm like gonna be number one, and then you come with should I put it two? Being strategical and put it at two, even though it's a S tier world. I'm trying to think what world is better than Halloween Town, but it's kind of a clunky world, so I'm gonna put it at two.
Number two. Why though is Halloween Town number two? What makes Halloween Town such a great world?
I think just we're talking Kingdom Hearts one. It's great.
This is Kingdom Hearts 1. This is Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah. It's like Oogie Boogie. First Oogie Boogie fight, I think is great. Second one, not so much. That's maybe why it's two. Also, just the music and the vibes and the costumes in the world. It's just such a great vibe, man. It's a good vibe world.
I think it's probably one of the most unique worlds out of that game. They really nailed it with that one, in my opinion.
But for traveling, traversing the world, it's not great, and that's why I give it a two, I think.
Okay. So Halloween Town on place number 2. We have the second world, which is Monstro, the whale.
Oh, people usually don't like Monstro, right? But I love Monstro. That's like Parasite Cage is a great boss.
Great boss. A lot of deaths in that boss, I can tell you.
When you played Kingdom Hearts for 15 years, you learn to find your way even in Monstro. So I'm gonna put it at 4.
Number 4, yeah. Yeah, Monstro is kind of like, it's a maze. Like, it's a maze. And in the beginning, that's also where you learn high jump for the first time also. So you can, double jump also. But it's a pretty, once you know the route around the world, it goes pretty fast. Because that...
I'm gonna tell you a secret though. I never learned the route in the world. Above each tunnel, there's gonna be a green Heartless.
Yep.
And above the tunnel where the green Heartless is, that's the correct way to go.
Yes. You are correct, my friend. Okay, so we have Monster of the Whale on number 4. Number 3 here, or the third world, is Agrabah.
5. Agrabah is awful.
Agrabah is awful! Oh, tell me why.
Yeah, I don't like Agrabah at all.
Is it because of the Cave of Wonders?
Yeah, Cave of Wonders. I don't like the Afar bosses. The Afar bosses can be so good, but he just flies around and it takes forever for no good reason. Yeah, I don't like Agrabah.
Unfortunately, I think the boss fights in we have the pot scorpion there also, which is a pretty tough boss fight.
That's slightly better, but also not great.
Yeah, exactly. And then, of course, unfortunately, we have the Afar boss fights. The first one is very tedious. Let's see how... Oh, look at this! Earlmeister coming in here and raiding with 37 viewers. Hello, guys! Welcome! Thank you so much for the raid, Earlmeister. Guys, you are raiding here what I have an interview with the one and only Tim Zackarias. Earlmeister, thank you so much for the raid. You will be in my heart. Remember that. Thank you so much. So, let's go back to Agrabah then. And Earlmeister with a follow also as well. Thank you so much for the follow, Earlmeister. You will be in my heart. Remember that. Thank you so much. Earlmeister, a part of the Rare Hunters podcast also, and the team as well. Make sure to listen to their podcast, guys. Let's go back to Agrabah then. The Afar boss fights in itself are pretty bad. The first one, very tedious. The genie could have been a very good idea. But unfortunate, it's kind of a boring, kind of a slow fight there also, just hitting the lamp all the time, so...
Yeah. I think the world gets false. Its saving grace is that you get the genie summon. I think.
Very good summon. Very good summon. Oh, this is an interesting thing since you're a Kingdom Hearts fan. Do you always change the part to the Disney character, or do you always stick with Donald and Goofy?
Oh, so for the past 5 or 6 years, I've only been doing level 1 Kingdom Hearts runs, and you don't ever. I only ever change to this. For Kingdom Hearts 1 specifically, only world I will change to a Disney character is Deep Jungle, and that's because you go Tarzan, because he has heal already, which Donald doesn't.
That's right.
So
that's right.
you swap to Clayton to get heal for the boss fight.
Clayton as well is a very difficult boss fight actually. I think one of the most difficult that you encounter in the beginning.
Yeah, I think before the late game, it's easily the hardest one, I'd say.
Yeah. Okay, we have the fourth world now going in. So we have, let's see now, Halloween Town at number 2, Monstro at number 4, and Agrabah at number 5. The next world is Destiny Islands.
Oh, I love Destiny Islands 1.
The first world of them all. The world that started it all. The first world, Destiny Islands. Why is Destiny Islands such a good world?
Oh, there's so many secrets in that little island. Just so many things left by developers you can do, and I think it's one of the worlds where you can do the most niche stuff. And all these secrets we didn't know when we were younger. You know, doing all these choices in the beginning at the dream section, and also the tunnel where you go in and you see all Sora's and Kairi's paintings in the cave. Yeah, I think it's a fun world with a lot of detail. I like it a lot.
Very nostalgic world also as well, I would say. So yeah. And so we have then Destiny Island at number 1. We have Halloween Town at number 2. Monster the Whale at number 4. And Agrabah at number 5. We have the number 3 spot left. We have one world left. Can you guess which one it is?
Oh, if I wanted to put the world at number 3, I'd go maybe... Yeah, let's go Hollow Bastion. I would hope to put at number 3.
But it is not Hollow Bastion. It is Atlantica.
I'm happy with that at 3. I like the Ursula boss fight more than most people, so I'm happy with that at number 3.
You're happy with that, though. I mean... Atlantica, if it would have been Kingdom Hearts 2 Atlantica, what would you have said then?
I would have been much sadder then.
Much sadder then, with the musical stuff.
Kingdom Hearts Atlantica, I like it better than Agrabah at least.
Ursula boss fights are very good in Atlantica, I must say. The only thing that gets Atlantica bad is, you know, the control and how you control Sora. You know, as a mermaid, you know, it's very hard to control them. You know, Ariel as a party member is not good at all. You know, she doesn't really do anything for your team either. So, but it's not I wouldn't pick Atlantica as the worst world in Kingdom Hearts 1 either. So
no, I don't think so at all. Like I said, I think it's much better than Agrabah, for example.
yeah. So, there we have it. We have Destiny Island at number 1. We have Halloween Town at number 2. We have Atlantica at number 3. Monstro the Whale at number 4. And we have Agrabah at number 5. That is the top 5 Kingdom Hearts worlds by Tim Zackarias. Hello guys, and welcome to the stream. For you guys who are new here, my name is Illumina Rivera. I'm a Lorcana content creator and a streamer. If you haven't done so, please click the follow button and help me reach the goal of 150 followers. We are 3 followers away of reaching 150 followers. When we reach 200 followers, we're gonna have a new giveaway here on the channel. And also guys, remember to ask your questions to Tim Zackarias, a well-known Lorcana player from Sweden. You are more than welcome to ask anything you want to a Lorcana player. So, the next game we are going to play is Build Your Own Lorcana game card here. A very interesting game. This is your Build Your Own Lorcana game card. So, I'm going to give you something here. First of all, we're going to need a type. Like, it can be a character, it can be a action card, item card, location. You choose.
Oh, I'm gonna build the card I need actually. So we're gonna make a song card.
You're gonna make a song card. It's an action song card. Cool. What color is it?
It's gonna be in a color I need, either amethyst or steel. I don't want anyone else to use this card, so make it multicolor, amethyst steel.
Amethyst steel, so it's a dual ink card. Interesting. The ink cost for it?
3 is reasonable.
3 is reasonable. 3 is reasonable. Is it uninkable or is it inkable?
I need it to be inkable.
You need it to be inkable. Smart man right there. Okay, ability. What is the ability of the card?
ability of it's a song card, so character is always gonna be able to sing it for free. The card says banish target character named Mufasa. Draw a card.
Okay. And we also need a franchise.
A franchise. This is obviously a card. The picture is Scar, right? It's Lion King.
And what is the card's name?
Be King Undisputed is taken. King No More. Does that work for you?
I think that works. Or Long Live the King.
Yeah, there's no card named Long Live the King, right? Yeah, do that. That was great.
We can take that one. Long Live the King. So there we have it. You can banish a character named Mufasa and draw one card.
Yeah.
Yep. Wonderful. Wonderful. And it's a dueling card. Okay. So we have now 10 quick questions with Tim. Are you ready? So I'm going to give you a question. First thing that pops in your mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Pokemon or Digimon?
Pokemon.
Football or hockey?
Football.
Manga or anime?
Manga.
Steel or amethyst?
Amethyst.
Kebab or falafel?
Kebab.
ID or no ID?
No idea.
No ID. Art sleeves or plain sleeves?
Sorry?
Art sleeves or plain sleeves?
Plain sleeves.
Plain sleeves. Hip hop or rock?
Hip hop.
Hip hop. Surprised or be surprised?
A surprise.
Go first or second?
First.
Awesome. There we go. Last thing we have here is the top 5 Swedish players in Lorcana. So you are gonna make your own top 5 list. I don't have any players' name here, but you're gonna make your own top 5 list of the Swedish players in Lorcana.
Oh, so hard. There's so many good players. But I'm gonna talk about players I know personally. I think, and I think in no specific order, because all these players are very good.
No specific order too, so that's good.
With only 5 players, I'm gonna be forgetting a bunch of people. But we talked about one of those players before, and it's Simon Dodde.
Yep.
Fantastic player.
Probably one of the best I have ever played against.
Yeah,
Fantastic
I
player.
really enjoy his play style and to play against him. And playing against Simon helped me with my nerves a lot, because Simon will do these. He will play some mind games with. He's a very friendly guy and awesome player. But when he plays, he will tell you he doesn't do this, but he surely does this. He will play mind games on you in the simplest ways, but he'll do it, and he'll call your plays before you do them. Sometimes Simon, he will tell me, "Oh, you're gonna play that card," and I'm like, "It's the optimal card to play," and I will be like, "No, I'm not gonna play that card, and I play another card just because I don't want him to tell me what I'm already doing, right?"
Just classical, small things like that can make you one step up ahead of the opponent. Yeah.
And I think he makes a lot of players nervous, and that helped me a lot to not be so nervous playing against other players which use the same strategies. And I would say internationally, people use these strategies much more extreme than Simon does.
Yeah.
So I enjoy playing him a lot, and he teaches me a lot about the game. And you have obviously Aska, right? Winner of Stockholm Open 2.
Winner of Stockholm Open 2. Fantastic player. Loved that final game. Watching the final with her playing was amazing.
Yeah, and she's, I think, best dog player in the world right now. I wouldn't be surprised. She's so damn good with dogs.
She is amazing.
But then again, she has ideas about cards I don't agree with. The last set, for example, she didn't think Lexington was good at all. She still doesn't think Lexington is good at all. And I don't agree with that one bit. But, I also say some cards are really bad, which many players don't.
That is the beauty with the game, though. Some people might like some cards, some people might not like some cards. And, who are we to tell it's right?
So we have Simon Dodde at no specific order, because I don't want to do
We don't need in a specific order, just 5 players.
Yeah, and we have Aska, very competent player. And I'd like to give a big shout out to Gustav as well. Chardotes. I think many players in the Stockholm area and Östergötland and stuff knows him well. The way he looks at cards is it's truly amazing because any player can see a card and read a card, but not any player can see everything a card does before we got to play with it. For one, I need to play test my cards. I can read a card and I can see that should be very good, but in practice, I don't really know how it's gonna play out. Whereas some players, they see cards and they know how they're gonna play out. And I think Gustav is one of those players.
Yeah.
Chardotes is his nick.
Chardotes.
And we have two more players which we want to fit in on the list. You know what? We're gonna do, just to get the brotherly love, we're gonna shout out Kai as well. Makai.
Kai.
Helping locally. Brother to Simon Dodde. And the reason
Wonderful player.
Yeah, the reason I think Kai is so good is he never played TCGs before Lorcana. And I think if you never played a TCG, and I don't know exactly when he started, I think it's 1 or 2 sets before me. I started in Asteroid C. Can't say certain. And when you play TCGs, because playing a TCG for a year or a year and a half, that's not a lot of time.
No, it's not.
And he's still winning our local set champs and stuff. And like I said before, winning a local set champ in our parts of Sweden, I think is a big difference from winning a random set champ in some random shop in Europe.
It's tough. It's tough.
Our players hold a very high standard. So I want to say Kai is a very competent player, and I think he has the opportunities and possibilities to go very far if he wants to, considering the small amount of time he put in.
Yeah. We have one player left. Who are you choosing?
Okay, we have Gustav, we have Kai, we have Simon, and we have Aska. Oh, a player I want to shout out. There's so many, that's the issue. Everyone is so ridiculous.
There are so many Swedish players. So guys, if you don't hear your name, you know you deserve to be up there. But, you know, there are so many good Swedish players out there.
I'm gonna do a player which I enjoy a lot and think is very wholesome. Also, I think he top cut every open event we had in Sweden, both Stockholm Opens, Malmö Open, and I think he got pretty far each of them. It's Hannes Skarin.
Hannes Skarin.
I think Kalmar or Öland. He plays locally in Öland.
Isle of Quest. Yeah.
Very, very competent player.
Competent, good player.
Very nice, wholesome family guy. He's a good stand-up guy. Very competent player too.
I would say that list is very correct, actually. And also, that was just 5 players from Sweden. There are so many more that we can, name, but, there are so many of them. There's so many of them. But that will be for another time. With that, also, we are gonna leave open for questions from the audience. So, guys, if you have any questions for Tim, now would be the reason to ask them in the chat. I have some questions here, though, for you. So, there is one question here regarding the DLC in Hong Kong. How did you prep yourself? Before the tournament. How did you go into the mindset that it was a best of 1, for example? How did you change your mindset to a best of 3, for example? The language barrier also there, how did that work, for example?
So for preparing for best of 1, I just tried to specialize my deck as best I could for best of 1. So I was quite comfortable with just playing every player one game already before. My preparation for the top tournament was really, really awful. I didn't sleep well. I ate very well because I was in Hong Kong. I ate well at all, and I had a very
You
rough
sent
learning.
me a lot of pictures of the food and it looked delicious. I was very
Yeah,
jealous of you.
it was great. So I think usually my preparation for tournaments is quite bad when it comes to the self-care part. But then again, I think my best tournaments has also been when I've been sleep deprived. For I can't tell you why that is, but for some reason it's like that.
The language barrier, how was that then?
Uh, no issues at all.
No
I would
issues.
say I
No.
played one player that didn't speak English so well, but he knew the game well, so he just pointed cards and you understand each other quite well. So it
Yeah.
worked out.
Uh, can you give some tips to new players?
Oh, tips. Oh, that's so broad, but play what you enjoy. Find a deck someone else made, and I won't give this tip that everyone just net deck. No, don't just net deck. Do it if you want to, but find a deck you enjoy that maybe some other player made, and then somehow put in one or two or four or six cards that you personally enjoy, and figure out for yourself maybe why other players don't play these cards. Like, don't just assume a card is bad because other people tell you. If you want to try it out and figure out for yourself why the card is not played. Maybe you'll see something other players don't.
How was your self-esteem after your top 8 placement in Hong Kong? Has it landed yet?
Oh, I think it's landed by now, but it didn't for. I didn't realize I lost the Golden Mickey game for 2 weeks after the tournament. Man, it's yeah. I wanted to sit down and cry after the last game, but Aska was really nice and she cheered me up and she saw I was down because I lost. I think I even had less confidence after my top 8 than I had when I walked in because the last game was so detrimental. But Aska came up to me just at the table because she saw I was still sitting there sad, and she said something to me that really hit. She said, "Well, Tim, you know what?" And I go, "What?" Almost annoyed.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Now you know you can do this." And I'm like, "Yeah, actually." And I think that means more to me at least than getting the golden Mickey at that moment. Just knowing that I can get there
And
if I put my mind to it.
and I
And half the
also
time, I say,
I also think you don't understand what you actually did, because a lot of us that were home and watched the event, what you did for the Swedish community was huge. Because I have said this so many times, but you have no idea how proud we were of you, that you actually accomplished that, and that we actually had, you saw, the top 8. It was all of these, classic players that you usually see at the top 8, and then we saw you, and we're like, we know him. That's our guy. That's Tim. He's in the top 8 in a big tournament. So once again, you don't understand how proud we all are of you, because you did manage to do that, and you put Sweden on the map actually. So I think you might have started something here. You don't understand.
but we have to remember that I would never have gotten there if I didn't get to play all these very competent players in Sweden. I could have ended up in whatever city in Europe where people play more casually, and even if I want to play serious and stuff, you don't really get there if you don't get to play these competent players and talk to these competent players about how to. Like, I played card games for many years. Hearthstone I played especially seriously with many top 100 legends in many different seasons, but uh, it hasn't been until now where I think I've really perfected. I think you don't either never really do that, but it hasn't been until now where I think I've really become a strong card player.
How do you think about, which deck you are going to play before a tournament? How do you think, teching your cards against the meta, for example?
Oh my! You can ask any player I play locally with. I change my deck list. I change my colors 15 times before any event. Uh,
So like how do you do it then? What goes through your mind?
Oh, there's so much, man. Because I try my deck out and I'm really comfortable with it, and then I lose 3 games in a row, and I'm like, oh my, this deck sucks. I have to change everything about it. But I think sometimes even if you lose a few games here and there, you gotta stay true to your colors, stay true to your deck, because usually you have a pretty strong idea and a good plan, and I think this is true for many players. Then you lose a few games versus a specific matchup. You try to build too much into that matchup, and suddenly your deck it's good into that matchup, which you just lost. But now you're lacking in all the other matchups you were already strong in. So recently, I tried not to pick so much versus my bad matchups, and just try to do my deck as good at what it already does good. Like Amethyst Steel, you want to beat aggro. And I think right now with my Amethyst Steel, I don't lose to aggro. And I'm quite happy with that. With that said, my worst matchups are really, really tough now. And I think that's just a balance you have to consider.
So, how do you prepare yourself for a big tournament? How much play testing do you do before?
I try to. I play some games every day, but I try not to exaggerate either. I think you can overplay a deck and overtest. And when you do too much testing, you change too much, and like I said before, you change your deck into something that's not necessarily always better. So I think at the end, when you have a good deck, you have a good idea, you tried many matchups, you played them many times, you don't necessarily have to play so much before an event. This may not be true for every player, but some days before some events, I don't even play for 2 days. And especially at the day of the event, I won't play a single game before the event starts. You won't find me at the table doing practice games and stuff.
I think that's kind of good though, because it calms your brain, relaxes, think about something else, and then you go full in, full on mode. Because otherwise, you can get tired, you can overthink stuff, You should always go in there clean, it's like, don't play for maybe like 5 hours, just go in, just have fun. That's the most important thing.
Trusting your gut is a very good skill to have.
Because when you become a more experienced player, you learn that the gut feeling, if you have a gut feeling, go for it.
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10, they are true.
Yeah, I would say so too.
Which cards from Winterspell are you most interested in building into your new decks?
You know the card, Angel.
Angel, and I would say it's my card too.
Yeah, she's so strong, man.
She is unbelievably good. I love Angel. What a card. What a card. Yeah. Is it some... if you could not choose Angel though?
If I could not choose Angel, now you make it much trickier. So many people like Swen and stuff, right? But I'm actually gonna say Angela. And I can't see it. Let's see.
Angela, yeah, the new Gargle card there also, yeah.
I think I like her a lot. Not so much for the second text, I think that's pretty irrelevant, getting the Stone by Day effect off. But the Challenger 2 with the Resist 2 until your next turn is pretty nasty. It opens up for some pretty unfair trades.
Yeah. Because I think a lot of people might say like Moana is the new card. Like when Moana was announced, I was like, that is insane. Like that is one of the most insane cards I've ever seen. Because like now I can ink from the discard. Like wow. But then again, also it's like she's fairly easy to take out. She's a 4/4. You can just sing. She's gone.
Well played. So many people play Thunderbolt today, so she's easy to remove like that. Also, I think she's just straight fair all the way through. It's nothing unfair about it. She gives you a very solid card advantage throughout the match, and the longer you have her out, the more unfair she becomes. But if there's someone you couldn't deal with for 3 or 4 turns, I think that game wasn't yours to begin with either way.
Would you say though she's better than Cindy, for example?
Oh, they're so different. Cindy is so good because Cindy filters your hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Moana makes your hand bigger, and what Moana essentially does is drawing your cards, right? Cindy ramps and filters. I would argue they're just as good. Yeah, many decks will play both of them, and I think the same decks play both of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they're in the same family, and they're both very well needed in the decks they're played in.
Are you in a competitive team, and do you want to join a competitive team if you're not in one yet?
Oh no, I'm not in a competitive team. I'm a solo player, so usually, and this is especially true for Sweden. You know this too. We talk to each other like we're one huge team, right? We all help each other
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
I mean, you and I, we talk almost once a week, like just checking up and trading, info on, what we want to play and stuff like that. We're both Amethyst Steel players, so we usually, hook up and talk a little bit, what we think and stuff like that. Send each other deck ideas and stuff like that. So that's the big thing with Sweden, everyone is like in the team already. So like,
Yeah.
we're like cheering for each other.
But if you're asking if I did take a sponsor deal and join a team, most definitely. If most definitely. With some exceptions, obviously.
With some exceptions.
But according to me, we're all a big team in Sweden, the ones who play Lorcan at least, and I think we take pretty good care of each other.
Yeah. Guys, if you have any more questions to Tim, make sure to ask them right now, because we don't have any more questions. So if you have any question, make sure to ask them now. Otherwise, I just have one question left for you, and that is from my last guest. That was Javi Salas. He is, an illustrator from Ravensburger. He does some of the cards. He has done, Hades, Looking for a Deal, some of those, big cards, And he asks you this. Tell us about a meaningful thing that has led you to sit here right now in the position as you are in as a TCG player.
Oh, a meaningful thing that put me in the position I'm in right now. I'm gonna give Javi a very simple answer. The reason I'm sitting here right now, the reason I did well in Hong Kong, the reason I'm talking to you, the reason I'm doing as well as I'm doing today is I moved to Norrköping and I found a very nice community that took me in, and they helped me achieve things that I probably always could have done but didn't see before. So I would say a big thanks to it. It's all the people I met here and the community in Norrköping. And I also want to give a big shout out to Rickard Björketun, who has the store, if I can say.
Of course you can say, of course.
Yeah, the local in Norrköping, Random Nerd. They have been truly helpful with me when I had no money to get all the cards I needed to play and stuff like that. So a big thanks goes to Random Nerd for everything I've been able to do.
Big shout out to Random Nerd. If you are in Norrköping, make sure to visit the store, Random Nerd. So, with that said, it's now your time to ask a question to my next guest. You don't know who the guest is yet, but you can ask anything you want. But I want it to be gaming or TCG related.
Okay, so a question. Oh, this question was so good. Can I get a question as good as that? I don't know. Can I just keep it simple?
Yeah.
Not trying. Yeah. So let's ask. Just simple. Why did you start playing trading card games? And if the person doesn't play trading card games, let's just ask, why did you start playing games, or why did you keep playing games?
Wonderful question. Wonderful question. Tim, my friend, thank you so much for joining me here on the stream. Do you want to give a quick shout out to someone before we go offline?
It's all of the community in Sweden, Random Nerd, Gimmick.se, you, Victor, Dodde, Chardotes, even Henrik, first winner of Stockholm Open.
Yep.
Dejan, all the Stockholm Open arrangers. You have all the guys from Skåne, Samir, etc. Big shout out to all of those guys. I forgot many people, but much love to all of them.
Much love to all of them. With that, guys, we are now going to say goodbye to Tim Zackarias. Give him a big round of applause for joining us here on this tonight's interview. Thank you so much, my friend. We see each other soon in the future, and we are going to talk a lot of Amethyst Steel behind the stage also. Okay?
Oh, you're nice. Thank you so much, Victor.
Thank you so much for joining me here. And with that, guys, we have the end of the stream. Thank you so much for joining me here today and watching the interview with Tim Zackarias. It was wonderful. Thank you also to Earlmeister for the 37 viewers raid that you made, and also for the follow. You will be in my heart. Remember that. Guys, with that said, the next stream is going to be on Sunday. We are going to continue the adventure of Kingdom Hearts. No, it's going to be on Thursday. On Thursday. What am I thinking? It's going to be on Thursday. And we are going to play Lorcana. It's only Tuesday today. My mind is fried. It's going to be on Thursday, and we are going to be playing Lorcana. We have been taking some new cards in the deck, and we are going to be playing with the Winter Spell cards right now. Guys, from me to you. Oh! Also, don't forget to join the giveaway on Instagram, guys. We have a big giveaway. I have a big giveaway in collaboration with Nordic Ink Realm. If you want to have a chance of winning the giveaway, just look upon my Instagram channel and join the giveaway to have a chance to win fabulous Lorcana prizes. With that said, guys, we are going to see each other on Thursday for some more Lorcana play. But until then, guys, have a wonderful evening, and thank you and good night. See you on the next adventure. But bye for now.